What is going on, everybody? So I am Kerin Clarkin. I run the Kerin Group right here in Tampa, Florida, where we sold over 900 homes. And I'm going to be constantly giving you education. I am literally just going to be answering questions that I see all over social media, all over online, Google, to help guide you in buying and selling within the next year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be. And the education I'm going to be giving you is going to be showing you in different markets as well, whether we're in a buyer's market, seller's market. So I'm going to play like devil's advocate and show you different scenarios. But the first video, or the first video that you might be watching, is what is a pre-approval? Should I get pre-approved? You know, the importance of pre-approval, everything pre-approval. So let's start here. A pre-approval is pretty much the bank well, I'm going to read it to you in like verbatim, right? A pre-approval means a lender has reviewed your financial information, income, assets, debts, credit history, and agreed to lend you a specific, I can never say the word, specific amount of money for a home purchase subject to the property itself. I kind of like to dumb it down like this. I like to say it like this for people to understand. Imagine you're thinking about buying a home, but, ready? You're not buying it. Somebody else is buying it for you, right? Let's just call the bank Bob. And Bob's like, all right, I'm going to buy the house for you. Okay, I'm going to buy the house for you. But before I buy the house for you, I want to see how your credit is. Do you have a job? Do you have income? I want to make sure that you're good to go. Okay. And then once I look at you and I say, you know what? You're good to go. Okay. And we agree upon terms because we're going to be talking throughout the whole hundreds of videos, down payment requirements, closing costs, all this stuff. But for right now, pre-approval, right? You look like a good candidate. Go out and find a house, right? You're pre-approved. You're good to go. You can buy a house, or you can look for a house, I should say, up to $300,000. Go find it. Once you find it, make the offer, do everything else. If everything else is good, then awesome. I'll buy it. You're going to put X amount of dollars towards it. Your house, you live in it for X amount. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure you pay me back. That's kind of like the premises of it, to make it easier for people to understand, right? So you're going to a bank, you go and say, hey, I want you to buy me a house. I'm really good. Here's my credit, my W-2s. Da, 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 da. Now, why it's important to do this today is because what happens if the bank says, you know what? You're not qualified, or your credit is not where we need it to be, or your debt to ratio income means your debt compared to what the income is stating, right? Maybe it's not good enough, or maybe you do have really good income, but you're not showing it properly on your taxes. There's so many different variables, right? The reason why it's important is because you get to nip that in the butt today, and they can say, you can do X, Y, Z and fix this, or get this credit score up, or change the debt to ratio, or you know, maybe you didn't work enough, and if you work this much more, there's so many different avenues to go down that when you're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, you'll be good to go. Because if you wait 4, 5, 6 months down the road to start the process, you're going to be behind. So that's why I always tell people a pre-approval process should be started right away, even if you're not ready to buy a home. So let's backtrack. You know, I'm thinking about maybe buying a home, I don't know, maybe next year. Go get the pre-approval started today, right now. Because either you're going to be fine and everything's going to look great, or you're not going to look great. You're not knowing that your credit wasn't good enough, or something in the past is there and you didn't even know about it. I've seen that happen a bunch of times. And you can nip it in the butt now, so when you are ready to buy a house in the future, you're good to go. So that's why it's super important to get a pre-approval. And like I said, what is a pre-approval? Again, it means the lender has reviewed your financial information, income, asset, debts, credit history, and agreed to lend you a specific amount of money for a home purchase subject to the property itself. So again, this is why I'm doing all these videos. I want you guys to learn everything. And if you read the description, I'm putting everything in the description as well. I'm going to just be doing non-stop videos. Just anything and everything we can do, because I want you guys to learn everything about real estate. Because I love real estate. I think it's a lot easier than people think. I think there's a lot of miscommunication out there. There's a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of false marketing out there. But we're not going to do it with this guy. It's going to be all real estate education. Buying, selling, like I said, I'm going to do a lot of videos, pros and cons, how to sell in a seller's market, how to sell in a buyer's market, how to buy, blah, blah, blah. So if you have any questions, let me know. Comment, I really appreciate it. And if you watch my videos, I don't edit anything. This is straightforward, no editing, no nonchalant stuff, no pop-ups. I don't make this look amazing. I just want to get to the point. So if you have any questions, keep following me, the Kerin Group, for all your real estate. And I do a lot of food and fun in Fun Tampa, in and around the Tampa area.